Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear yeah, one, yeah, boo.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Game Time in the Kitchen. I'm really sorry about the late upload. I was really busy all weekend and I didn't get around to making something for you guys. So I'm doing it now and I hope you like it. So today, I'm making something super simple that you guys can easily make at home and it's super cheap. I'm making a 3-ingredient marshmallow and chocolate slice. So let's get into it. So what you're going to need to make this 3-ingredient slice is just a square baking pan that you're going to put with some baking paper, obviously some marshmallows, some milk chocolate. I've got 2 blocks here because that's how much should be enough to go into this slice. And then I've got some Scotch fingers, which I'm going to put onto the base of the slice, and obviously some baking paper to go into the pan. Alright, so I've lined my baking sheet, or my baking tray, with some baking paper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Scotch fingers. This is a 12 pack, which is perfect because it fills up the whole thing. So I'm going to take these and just place them in a line so that they fill up the base of the baking pan. And that is the base for our 3-ingredient marshmallow slice. So what we're going to do now is toast the melt down some marshmallows and pour this onto here. So now we're going to get on to melting our marshmallows to go onto the first layer of our slice. So what we're going to do is just grab a saucepan. You only need a small size saucepan for this. Now we're just going to open up our marshmallows using the whole bag, pour them in like that. Then what we're going to do to make it a little easier to melt down, I'm grabbing a 1/4 cup. I'm just going to put some cold water in here, and then that'll hopefully make it melt down a bit faster and be more enjoyable. So marshmallows are in the pan. We're going to put it onto the heat over there. We're going to melt them down and pour it onto our Scotch fingers on the base. So come with me. Alright, so I've got a medium heat going on here. So I'm just going to put my marshmallows on here just like this. We're just going to wait for it to melt down a little bit, then we'll start to stir it. And once it's completely melted, as you know, we'll put it onto the biscuits and then put it into either the fridge or the freezer for it to set completely before we move on to our chocolate. So we'll just wait for this to cook. I'm just using a spatula just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. I'm turning it up a little bit. I highly suggest that you use water for this. As you know, I used a 1/4 cup of water, so I highly suggest that you do that. It'll make it so much easier and so much quicker to melt down the marshmallows. Alright, so the marshmallows are ready. They're nice and melted, nice and thick. So what we're going to do now is just grab our biscuits, and all we're going to do is pour this over the top, making sure that we get all of it. Oh, this looks good already, and we haven't even finished. We haven't even gotten close to finishing yet. So far, I think it's fair to say that this looks pretty darn good. So this is going to go into the freezer, for I'd say about 30 to 60 minutes. Hopefully it'll be set by then, and then we can pour our chocolate on. Alright, so I've got my chopping board here, and what I'm going to do is just get my chocolate out of the packet, and I'm going to chop it up because that'll hopefully make it easier to melt down, just like the marshmallows with the water. So just like this. I'm just going to break it into pieces before I chop it up. And I got this brand new knife. Very excited to use this. Now, you don't have to chop it up. I just thought that it would be a lot easier if you did. But if you just want to break them up into individual pieces and then put them in like that, that is perfectly fine. But yeah, so I'm only doing this because I feel like it's easier to melt it down and it's a lot quicker. So yeah. So that's looking really good. Making sure we get everything. That's looking really good, nice and chopped up. So I'll put this into this pan here. We'll put it back onto the heat. We'll melt this down as well, get it onto our marshmallows, and then it should be time to cut it open. So just like the marshmallows, we're gonna grab the heat onto same heat, about a medium to low heat, and just put our chocolate on like that. And I've got no water in here because I don't think it needs it, so I'm just doing straight chocolate. And yeah, so it should melt down in about 5-ish minutes. But yeah, so we'll do that. We'll stir it around a bit and yeah, put it onto the marshmallows. So the chocolate has finished melting. It looks so good. It's so smooth and so runny. So I've got my marshmallows here. They've been sitting in the freezer for about half an hour to 45 minutes. I'm just going to get my chocolate here. I mean, seriously, that is sensational. And all I'm going to do is, same as the marshmallows, is just pour it over, just like this. Come on, that is spectacular. I want to make sure that I get all the sides, all the corners. Oh my god, I can't wait for this. So we're going to put this back into the freezer for about the same time as the marshmallows to make sure that it's completely set on top, in the middle and at the bottom, and I'll come back when it's completely ready. Alrighty guys, it's been a couple of days since I last filmed this video for you because I've just been enjoying this so much. But yeah, so I've got it in this little container here. This is just one of the pieces of the marshmallow slice. So you can literally see every layer. You can see the Scotch fingers, the marshmallows and the chocolate. I've already had some of this. It is absolutely delicious. It's so sweet, but it is so good. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Game Time in the Kitchen. I should have this uploaded pretty soon. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you want to see next time, and subscribe. You guys know what to do. But yeah, thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.
Seem like the whole city go against me every time I'm in the street. I hear, yeah, one.